Say yes. Some of you here are discouraged, but you don't know that God has placed you in a place of destiny, high destiny. Now, you must tackle that stubborn cases in order to prevail. How many of us this morning have made up their mind to wrestle, to tackle those stubborn cases in your life, in our life? Now, your own stubborn case that refuses to go may not be my own. Am I making sense? Your own may be marriage. My own may be any other thing. Your own may be money. My own may be children. Your own may be document. Their own may be any other healing. But there's nothing. The Bible says, I am God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for the Lord? Is there anything at all that is too hard for the Lord? It is me and you. Devil discourages us that it cannot be possible again. Bible says with God, how many things are possible? So we must tackle the case. We must buckle ourselves to make a decision that we cannot be poor. We cannot be discouraged. Bible says David encouraged himself in the Lord. So what are the sources of those manipulations? Those stubborn cases? That's what we're about to treat before we go into prayer. What are the sources? What are the sources? I mentioned it before, but I want to mention it again. Listen to me. If you watched last week, when I want to talk about sexual immorality and spiritual marriages, did you know that the enemy come in a way to distract us? You think it's ordinary. You think it's physical. It is more than physical. The Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and what? Powers. Whenever you are going, you are teaching some sensitive areas in the ministry, enemy revolt against it. To take you away. To make you not to concentrate. To make people not to believe you. Because I said demons that is behind it. I went to Tenerife last year. I went to pray for somebody in the hospital. The person was in this place, paralyzed, cannot do anything. A man who have a family in Africa, would helpless in this land. I went with one brother. That brother is a zealous brother. He always carry pastors. He always commit himself. Now we went to pray for the person. And later now, and I know the person, and later now I left. Did you know? Later the brother went on his own to go and pray for him again. The same sickness that was happening to the person happened to the brother. For days, weeks, the brother was paralyzed. He cannot drive his car again. He cannot help himself again. Am I making sense? Why? People, he cannot, before I come to church, I spend time to pray. Not every service will lay hand on people. I must prepare myself first, spiritually. Am I making sense? Like today, fire will come here. Like today, whether you believe it or not, fire will come here. The devil will be disgraced. The enemy will be disgraced. What happened? The same thing happened to him. Listen, in the book of Acts of Apostles chapter 19, the Bible says, when the sons of Issachar went to preach, began to deliver people in the name of the saw Paul doing. He said, Jesus I know, Paul I know, but you, who are you? So, before you function in any authority, in any sensitive authority, you must be empowered. The brother saw, okay, I equally, because he saw how he pray and lay hand and not people, he would think it's just easy. Some people will go start church. Before you know it, their financial life goes down. Their family problem come. Because if you are not really empowered and equipped yourself, you are trying to stop what has stopped other people. That thing that stopped them will begin to try to stop you too. So coming to become a pastor, it's not just preaching, it's more than like that. It's more than like that. So that's why to become a pastor is one of the hardest work on earth. Because you're not fighting the physical something now. You are fighting the spiritual. You are passing on the people, you don't know their mind. You may be here now preaching, but you don't know the mind of all people who are here. Am I making sense? You are passing on the people who have their own issue in their life too. The people who doesn't even know whom they are, where they are coming from. You are passing on the people who something is pursuing them that they don't know. You are trying to stop those things. So if you have 10 members, you have 10 problems. If you have 20 members, you have 20 problems. If you have 100 members, you have 100 what? Problems. So that's why I come to you today. We must tackle some sensitive issues in our life in order to move forward. A sister came here, went home and traveled, come back. Enemy began to fight the document again. Why? Because she take her family on her way. They never know how the document come. They want her not to come back again and ask what belonged to her. So when they see that they came and began to ask those things without knowing, they revolt against the sister. They began to fight to take the back, to change again. That's why you can see people, they put in documents to renew. They will not renew them again. Because they take those things on our way. Praise Master Jesus. What are the source of stubborn cases? Number one source of the stubborn cases are, I say, evil foundation. I talk about moral, sexual immoralities. Sexual immorality is one of the demonic force that hinder every person. Because it will even make you will not even understand when they are telling you, live holy. You think it's just because of God. It is for your own good. Because if you open yourself to anybody, that person have known you. Whatever he carry, if you have cause that follow his family, the bloodline is very, very difficult. There's people who have untimely death in their bloodline. There are people who have spirit of poverty in their bloodline. There are people who have divorces. Their mother does not marry, their father marry and break it in their bloodline. So whenever you sleep with somebody who have that kind of case, you already have that. That's why our forefathers, who doesn't even go to church, before they go to marry, they must go. They send somebody in their family. Where does this, is there anything, abomination in this family? Is that truth? People who come from village like me. Does these people die on accident, on weekend? Is it in their house? Not inherited diseases. Is it in their house? People, when we are going to check genotype, sometimes you check genotype, you think what they are checking that time is their own genotype. Because that's they know it. Do we have imbecile in that family? If you have imbecile, even if they come 2 times, they say, we'll not agree again. Because definitely it will occur in that family. But today, we don't care. God is asking us to live holy for our own good, not because of Him. That you live holy does not please God. That you live holy does not change God. God is already God. He's a holy God. How can I stay without a man? I need a man this year. I need a man this year. And some people are dating 3 people. So that if this one doesn't work, this one will work. If this one doesn't work, this one will work. They are bringing 3 problems in their life. They have invited demons. The Bible says in the book of Luke, that Mary Magdalene, that 7 demons went out of her. The demons number one may be demon of anger. Am I making sense? Because the demon of anger makes sure that it doesn't progress. Demon of anger can make you that I am holding business with Brother George. And that when business is maturing, that demon of anger will come to bring anger so that I can quarrel with him and will not talk again. That all my effort will have laid 2 months to make that business mature. It will stop. I start with Heavne again. If the bone of communication does not come, there's people who, even they come to your house, they want to sleep with their girlfriend. They want to sleep with your wife. Am I making sense? There's people who, their own demon is moving them. They can never sleep with a young girl. They are only looking for married people. Because maybe their fourth grandfather was cursed. You don't know when you sleep with a married anybody with listen now, naturally, when you are sleeping with any married man or any married woman, if some kind of villages, if any wife, not your wife, some Mr. A wife went and sleep with somebody and make love with that person, and later came back to the husband and conceived, she cannot be able to deliver that baby until she confess. Am I making sense? She cannot be able, she can die if you refuse to confess. That can kill the man's business. That can kill the man's spiritual life. That can kill him when your wife is sleeping with another person. But in this kind of war, we are making it, if this is not work, some people send their wife to go and prostitute for them and bring money and pay the rent and bring money and eat and use that money and train your children. That means mixing causes upon causes. Am I making sense here? So all those things is where we have opened doors for the enemy to come into our life. Sexual immorality. Living holy is somebody can sleep with you and give you 10,000 euro. That is another problem for you. So it's better that you don't even have anything and stay unholy. Because that have passed to your generation. You don't know what he have given to you. There's one of my friend that called Pascal. Another friend, he have one elderly man. When we're in Lagos, the man living in can give you contract in oil company. He can give you contract to supply shoe, everything. But what does he do? What does he do? You will sleep with him. A man. He sleep with man. He sleep with woman. Am I making sense? If you sleep with a woman, after sleeping with you, everything that you clean yourself, you give it to him. You rule the destiny of that woman. If you sleep with a woman, whatever you use after sleeping with you, whatever you use to clean yourself, you take it from you. How do we know this? Because somebody inside have a problem with him. He wanted to sleep with one of my friends. The person revolted. And they wanted to take him now to initiate him to that court they are. There's another chief again who is, this person living in Obalande. What do he do? This chief have a cap he wears every day. This cap, what do he do? If you remove that cap, you see his hair. Maggot food hair. Maggot food hair. So if you want more money, you take some of the maggot and put it mad and eat. Because you need money. Am I making sense? So, and those kind of people are already demonic. They are demon themselves. And because of money, they give you 10,000 euro. They give you 1 million euro. They sleep with you. They have taken all that belong to you. Everything that belongs to you. Look at now. Through me, I have 5 children now. That means 5 nations. If these children, I have 5 children now, have another 5 children. How many are there now? No. Each one of them have 5 children. How many? 25. And then they grow and I have another 5 again. How many? Now 25 have another 5 children. How many? 1. That means I have gotten a very big village that is from me. So, but if I sold my birthright and I sleep with somebody, some men are impotent, not because they cannot function, but the enemy have taken what belongs to them. So they sleep with the person who doesn't have. They say they have sperm, watery sperm. What is watery sperm? Check their life they have lived. Am I making sense? So all these things some places people change from church to church. There's no power there, but they have never tackled the places you have put yourself to, the places you have involved yourself to. Sexual immorality can have access to your life. Anybody that you open yourself to have entered to your life. Anybody that sleep with you or any man that sleep with you have entered. That's why, let me tell you something. Did you know why Jacob married Leah? Because in those days, even now, Bible said marriage must be holy and bed undefiled. So before you marry anybody, they brought, after the ceremony, after the what ceremony, they brought a white cloth and put it and send you and the man there. And people will wait to know what will happen. If there's no blood in that cloth, that means that woman have defiled herself. And she will be stoned to death. But now, someone will say, you pack all your belongings and go to him and go to that person and begin to live with the person who have not even put money, who have not even taken to it, and you are not ashamed, and you don't feel anything, and you still pray and believe in God to answer your prayer. Which kind of God is that can answer your prayer? Which God can answer that kind of prayer? I want to know the will of God. Where you are, the only people can know who can know the will of God is people who keep the will of God. People who keep the ways of God, we know the will of God. I'm sleeping already with my wife, with my girlfriend, have 3 girls, and still coming to pastor, pray for me to know the will of God. Why I am in fornication with different men. I want to know the will of God. Sexual immorality is something that make people, it's a very common sin that people they legalize. Like they legalize it. It's like a phone. Any man who doesn't have a girlfriend is not a correct man. I was in Morocco so many years ago. One girl was saying, Pastor, do you mean you don't have anyone? So you really mean you don't change oil? I said, may God destroy that demon that's speaking in you. He said, you don't believe it too. You can't believe that a man doesn't change oil. If a man doesn't change oil, the oil will, you will just, one day the thing will overflow and you die. Am I making sense? Somebody can tell you, if you are living holy and you're a woman, you don't change oil. The thing go block. Is that are demonic big lies, demonic liars? They want to cajole you to sleep with you. Praise God. They want to cajole you and sleep with you. Bible says, you shall be holy for I am more holy. You shall be holy for I am holy. So what am I trying to say now? All those things, we sold our birthright. Listen to me. Some people, some men cannot even give account of how many people who are slept with them. Now, where can you know where the problem is coming? So women cannot even know how many men who are slept with them. How can somebody already married, somebody is married with a husband and married and dating another man who have his own wife. And they call it phone. Maybe he give you phone, maybe he buy land for you, maybe he buy anything for you and destroy your generation. Destroy your generation. Just like Esau, who sold his birthright because of morsel of bread. There's no condition that is permanent too. That he does not have today does not mean he will not have tomorrow. I'm telling you about this man of God. He told me he have not believed himself even now. He have not believed in himself because he is somebody that never know. In fact, that he never know he can be able to eat well in life.